Hey, my name is Peter Berninger, and I'm here at the High Fidelity Cables room here at Axpona. And the expert behind High Fidelity Cables is right over here. It's Rick Schultz. Rick, how are you?
I'm great, Peter. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for having us. We just sat in on a demo. We were fly on the wall, and a couple guys were really knocked out by the Tesla Coil demo. Can you tell us a little bit about the magnetism that's behind the Tesla Coil and give us a little demo of it, please?
Sure. One of the things that we're trying to do, Peter, is help people to understand the process of induction and basically how we get electrical power. And the Tesla Coil is one of those things that, of course, Nikola Tesla himself created. And it's unique in the way that it operates, but it is basically just a transformer. So what we're going to do is we have a primary coil on the bottom and a secondary coil up top. They're not connected to each other, Peter. How they're actually going to get information from one place to another is through electromagnetism, or the process of electrons spinning. And as those electrons start to spin, they're going to transfer their magnetic energy into the other coil. Okay, and that process is called induction. Because of the amount of turns of wire that there is on the secondary coil, which is the red one that you see there, Peter, this is called a toroid on top that just helps to dissipate things. And then on the very top of it, it's got something called a breakout point. And the breakout point is going to help us to be able to keep the plasma that's going to come from the machine located in just one spot. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on for you. So you could hear that changing in frequency or sound.
Yeah,
the plasma that comes off that isn't so far distant from the relative plasma tweeters that you also see in high-end audio. In fact, this one comes with an audio MIDI, and it will actually play music for us as well.
How about that?
Yeah, it's pretty neat stuff.
Well, can we go into the next room and see some of the new products you're rolling out? And I think that viewers would love to do that.
Yeah, I'd love to share it with them.
Very good. Well, let's go to the next room and let's see what's new from High Fidelity Cables in 2018.
Sounds great.
Okay, we've come into the listening studio here at the High Fidelity Cable room. Rick, you're by the loudspeaker. Can you tell us a little bit more about the loudspeaker, please?
Well, the Baflex is finally finished, Peter. I know with the last few videos we've been filming a different speaker. One of the main differences that you can see is that there's a base on the speaker now that's designed to be able to help to remove mechanical vibrations. So the whole thing basically is finished up. There's completely adjustable sides on this now that move just with the lift of a little trigger on the back of it. And it's sounding better than we even had anticipated. So we're really excited about this new product.
Well, it surely is, has over the past 2 years we've been hearing it. It's been some of the best sound at the shows. I mean, you really have thinking outside the box here. The wings are really cool, and it gives you a big, warm, detailed, realistic sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very cool. And how about the rest of the system here, the amplifiers?
So the amplifiers are finally finished as well, and they can obviously be done in different finishes. This is a collaboration between Luminance Audio, which I happen to be part of that as well as far as the company owner, and High Fidelity Cables. So there's a lot of High Fidelity Cables technology in this amplifier, and then Steve Kaiser, who is the K from B&K at one point in time, he's been working with circuit designs for quite some time, and it's his circuit that's in there. Of course, we pick all premium parts to be able to put out throughout the amplifier circuit, and it's quite a large chassis, about 400,000 microfarad of capacitance in there. The biggest feature is a brand new transistor technology that's going in here that I developed myself, and it is very cool as far as making the transistor much more linear sounding, much more open sounding. I guess a little more powerful as too.
Hey, cool. And then right next to it, I see the long tubes. These are the reference level or the professional level cables.
That's right. We've got professional level cables all the way through, and then we even get up to the Pro Elites, which are the big ones.
That's it, the Pro Elite, yeah.
And the Pro Elite is now available in a power conditioner, so that's added. Last time I think, Peter, we got together, we had the power cord, we had the interconnects, and now we've added on to that the power conditioner. The speaker cables were really close to coming along with us for the Axpona show, but they were just a few days behind, so we couldn't bring those.
Well, we'd love to listen to the system, and what we're going to do, viewers, is we're going to cue up some music. Before we do that, we're going to put the camera in the right position, because you'll see the room. It's a rectangular room. We have one speaker here, one speaker over there, and the chairs are very tight. And we have one magical listening position right there where the shirt is to designate which is the primary seat. So you guys in YouTube land and all of our viewers are going to get the sweet spot. And what we'll do is we'll keep this shot so you know that we're listening to a high fidelity cable system, but we'll let you also see this shot along with where we're positioning the mic. So let's do that next. Okay, Rick?
Sounds great.
Okay, here we go. Let's move the mics over.
Le vent souffle encore, la neige craque sous tes pas, la maison qui dort, tu regardes une dernière fois, tiré vers l'avant, emporté par le vent, avance dans le blanc pour oublier avant. Au creux de ta main, un flocon, un diamant. Où est le chemin? L'étoile brille sur ton gant. Tiré vers l'avant, emporté par le vent. Avance dans le blanc pour oublier avant. Et que tout le reste là, dans la nuit. La neige dans ta bouche, ce sont les rêves qui fondent. Ce cri que tu pousses pour que l'écho te réponde. Tiré vers l'avant, emporté par le vent. Avance dans le blanc pour oublier avant. Et que tout le reste là, dans la nuit.
Rick, I'm going to shake your hand on that.
Thanks, Peter.
Viewers, what we did after the camera was in the sweet spot, I went into the sweet spot. We played the song all the way through. Now, when we were recording it, we had the camera set up in the sweet spot, which you saw in the video. And I was standing off to the side, probably where the camera is now, on the other side of the room. And I heard imaging all across the room, all across, like I was standing at a concert and that there was a whole stage right here. And there was no localization like a stereo system will have. Oh, well, if you're standing over there, you're going to get everything on the right channel. Or if you're standing over here, you get everything on the left channel. It was as if I was right there at the concert stage. I never heard anything like that.
Yeah, well, that's one part of the Baflex design. It really has that ability to, pull out the imaging and the sound staging. That's quite unique.
Yeah, it's very, very unique. And these speakers are just coming into production. These are priced at approximately $80,000 in their first run to come out. I encourage you and urge you that if you're shopping in that price range, this is a speaker that I would stake my reputation on. I mean, it's that good. I mean, it is just it images like a little mini monitor, but it's like a real live thing. It's way different than an MBL. The MBL is kind of a little, has a big spatial quality, but you're listening to loudspeakers. I did not hear that here. I heard as if they were in, the and was in the room, the voiceover was in the room. There was a lot of post-production in that track that I didn't really know was there until today.
Yeah.
I mean,
Surprising,
it's surprising. I mean, it's the low noise floor of the cables, it's the magic of the amplifiers, it's the loudspeaker. Rick Schultz, you are definitely onto something.
Well, thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you, Rick.
Appreciate it.
You gave me
Thank you,
goosebumps, so I'm going to take that with me for a couple more weeks until I go to Munich. So, wow, number one here today at Axpona. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good.
All right.